Yo, what up,
Yo,
Ricky?
yo, yo, what's going on?
Hey, this is two birds, one show on big game entertainment, big game sports buzz. We talk about Philly sports and craft beer. Uh, oh, let me start off with my first beer. I got Warwick Brewing. This is Odin.
Nice. That brewery's
Oh,
coming
it's
up.
delicious, man.
That brewery is
It's
coming up, dude. Let me see.
awesome can.
Oh, it's a dope can, dude.
Yeah,
You gotta save that shit.
they
Put that one in the
use.
collection.
Oh, it's pretty good, man. They use that Loki yeast, the Viking yeast, and
Oh, nice.
it's got cryo, citra, and some other hop, dude. But it's delicious, man.
Can I ask you something? You know,
Yeah.
you're a good brewer. I turn to you for some good amount of my brewing questions. What's like the cryo? Like you see cryo citra. Is that different than regular citra? What makes it cryo?
Oh, they freeze it. So they freeze it with liquid nitrous, and what it
Oh, no
does,
shit.
it breaks it down more. So it breaks
No
down all the
way.
bonds of the plant. So all the vegetation, everything that's in it, it all like breaks down into like kind of like a dust. Remember how they used to use that lupulin powder? That used
Yes.
to just be the shakings of the hop with the golden lupulin powder.
Oh,
This with cryo, they're able to take the whole hop and break it down with the liquid nitrous. So it's
that's
pretty
pretty
neat.
fucking dope.
Yeah. And we like to represent Jersey craft beer.
I was
My
gonna
buddy
say,
Ricky.
thanks to DeeTer for a
Yeah.
little beer lesson for me. And listen, I'm humble enough. I think I know a lot about beer, but it's always good to ask somebody, and that's why I'm glad I asked you because I read it and I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? So thank you.
You're welcome. What are you drinking, Eric?
Oh, real quick too. Sorry, while we're on it, like with the Citra
Mhm.
or what is like incognito? You ever see like incognito Citra? You know what I'm saying? Is that like a different type of a Citra
I
hop
believe
or?
so. Um, I believe so. I know now there's like a Minnesota Chinook. There's different variants of different things. I guess
Like a New Zealand
incognito
Centennial.
maybe might be the company or something like the Yakima Valley used to be
Okay,
really big. So it could be either a different area or a different company where it's coming from. It's still the
gotcha.
same hop. It's probably just a different variant of that
Nice,
hop.
makes sense. All right, it's cool. Well, now I done got two beer lessons, so that's a good way to start shot. And I know we talk a lot of sports, but I do love talking beer too. This is very green with
Oh
three
man,
D's. Um,
nice.
yeah, Treehouse.
Very green.
Fucking.
Oh, it's beautiful beer.
I'll tell you, I took the first sip, I'm like, fucking wow, dude. That I mean, for me, that's got to be right up there, one of my favorite IPAs of all time. It's fan fucking tastic.
Well, very green goes with the ambiance of the Eagles color. So very nice beer.
Word up.
I would say what's that Treehouse? What do you use? Galaxy and the green.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I love the Galaxy hops, man. That fucking.
yes, it's
I,
awesome.
I'll be honest with you. I'm starting to find that I'm a big fan of those Southern Pacific hops, like whether it be New Zealand or Australia. You know, their hops are just. I mean, maybe it's just my palate, but those Southern Pacific hops are fucking phenomenal. Galaxy and what is it, like Vic's Secret.
Secret, right?
I think you have
Uh, Pacific
Wahatu.
Jade. Yeah, there's a lot of them. What's
I mean,
ever
there's
rock?
some good shit coming out there, dude.
Yeah, man. It's a beautiful place, I guess. What's it? New Zealand. It's all comes from
Yeah, well, and Australia too, I believe.
Australia.
Isn't Galaxy Australian?
I think it's all New Zealand hops, man. I'm not sure if it's Australia or New Zealand, but I mostly see it say New Zealand. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I
see a
mean?
lot of that.
So I'm thinking that's where it all comes from. Because just like Yakima Valley, man, it's
Yeah,
all contained. They don't want a different hybrids because
right.
once you mix another plant into it, that kind of contaminates that hop. You know what I'm saying? So
Word up.
you have to have like the kind of like the family tree of where this hop's coming from or whatnot.
Right.
But
That's cool. Makes sense.
yeah,
So yeah. Oh, speaking go, I want to circle back. You're drinking that Warwick Farm. Man, I've been reading about them lately and looking at some pictures, and that fucking brewery. I mean, they're gonna jump right there on the map with the big boys soon. I
Oh
can
yeah,
feel it. You know,
I've had nothing but good stuff from them, and then the brewery itself is beautiful. All the pictures I've seen,
I've only
I've
seen
had
pictures. It looks beautiful,
yeah.
man.
Well, buddy Jeff was just up there this weekend. That's why I was able to get this. But
Nice.
I know a few people that been there that love it, man. So
What is that? A double IPA, 8.2.
this is actually a small boy, man. This is just
Ah,
a 6.7, man.
which,
Yeah,
by the way, dude,
nice little IPA.
the amount of double and triple IPAs we drink, sometimes I want to look in my fridge and find a
Something
4,
smaller.
5, 6%. Dude, you'll see on my Untapped after I've had a few. I'll start checking in PBRs or fucking Heineken Lights because sometimes I need to dial it back a little bit, man. I love my double IPAs, but man, after a few of them, kick you right in the ass.
Yeah, this is a
Oh.
6.9, and it's a Nordic inspired yeast hazy IPA. So that's pretty cool. I mean,
What's
I'd
the
like
hop
that.
base?
What the hell? I just had it up. It was let's see. Give me 1 second here. Already. So it's Loki yeast, Cryo Citra hops, and T90 Sabro hops. Wow. Okay. Yeah, Sabro is okay, man. That's a
Nice.
nice combination. Nice and clean. Nice little
You
bitterness
getting
to it.
any coconut from the Sabro?
Not really. It says T90 Sabro. I wonder if that's like a different version or something.
Yeah, good point. It's just
But
like we were just talking, all the different variants.
it's nice
If
and
there's any,
mellow.
yeah.
Mhm.
How's the nose?
A little pungent. You know, with the Citra, you always get that under armpit smell, onions or something.
Which ain't a bad thing in the craft beer world if anybody's just starting to watch or getting into craft beer. Listen, under armpits and cat piss are good in the cat beer world, craft beer world.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I run the Jersey beer webpage, breweries in nj.com. I like to post about a lot of different beers. Ricky, what's your Facebook group page that you're on?
Shout out to DeeTer's page right there too. What is it? njbreweries.com.
Yeah.
Great site. Everybody, if you're, I know everybody's on their computers, hit a like, a follow, jump on. All us craft beer people needs to support each other.
Right.
Also, I
like,
do
2,400 followers, man. I just checked the other day.
that
Man.
ain't too shabby, bro. Because
Yeah,
on mine, I only got like 300.
You're just
Shout
starting
out
off.
my craft beer page. If anybody wants to give me a like or a follow on Facebook, it's called Craft Beer Fanatics. It's just a page we post pictures of craft beer. We do videos. We have discussions. It's a fun site, and it's all about everybody kind of looking out for each other. There's no backbiting or judging, or all beers are good beers to post and do videos, and it's just a cool site. Spread the love in craft beer world. Check out Craft Beer Fanatics.
And with the show, we like to break it up. We'll have talk about beer a little bit to begin, and then we'll get into sports. And then in mid-show, we'll grab another beer, talk about that, and then we'll get back into sports. So if you want to skip around, you'll be more than happy to if you're not into craft beer.
And if anybody's watching, I mean, I know America's captivatedly watching this. Send some comments. If you want to talk, we try to always answer back the comments and have interaction with people out there that aren't on video with us. All questions are cool as long keep it friendly, keep it light. So,
well, let's get on with the hardest one, I guess. How about the Flyers, right?
Well,
what have they been doing lately?
Well, here's what they should be doing. They should be losing games as much as they can to get Connor Bedard at number one because he's a franchise changer. Listen, I know it sucks to tank. I know it sucks to lose, but in this day and age of sports, it's a means to an end. It's better to either be the best or be the worst, but don't get stuck in the middle and be in draft purgatory.
I don't think they really have to try too hard. I mean, there's not too much talent, man. Like,
no,
we have good games once in a while, but it's rough, man. Like, they wanted to build the defense, and then they're a little bit tougher, a little bit more fighty.
They're tougher,
but you only have few talented people that are actually protecting Carter Hart, and then he's getting shots on goal a lot, man. And
it's a good point, man. That way. That's a great
He's a
point.
young goalie, and he should have a little bit of defense back there to help him out.
Word up.
And I mean, I hate to put these losers on him like that, but I mean, there's something going on. I mean, something's not working
Well,
right.
listen, the Sixers managed to find a way to tank, and I know the process didn't work, but it did because you got Embiid out. And listen, generational centers don't come around often. He's the best since Shaq. And when all's said and done, and I say this,
Yeah.
Shaq, my favorite center ever, he might end up being better. And so I say this with tanking. That sucks. I'm still with the Flyers. Listen, it sucks, and losing's terrible. But if you're going to lose, be the worst. Get the number 1 pick and get Connor Bedard. He's a franchise changer. He's a Connor McDavid. He's an Austin Matthews, a Sid Crosby, if you would. And look, you already have Tortorella in here getting his 1 year of his system settled in. Get this kid in here, and this franchise will change for the better for the next 10 to 12 years. And it's that big and that important. Sorry, I can't talk because I'm so pumped up. But Get the number 1 pick and change the face of this franchise.
Yeah, I mean that's what they gotta do. It sucks losing, but
it does. But might as well, if you're going to lose them all.
Right. I mean, what are we 11-17 or something like that?
Well, I think we're the 5th worst team. You can do better than that, Flyers. You can lose better than that. You can lose better than that. You played Columbus the other night. You beat them, and Columbus is one of the few teams worse than us. Don't be stupid. Lose to these guys. It sucks now, but it's a means to an end. Sorry, I'm sitting out in this cold garage. My coat all, my fucking coughing, nose running, fucking winter
how's it going there, James? We got one person looking at us now. Hey,
nice.
There we go. All right, so I guess it's a nice segue to the Sixers, right? It's they're getting Maxey back soon, so hopefully they start pulling together, right?
I think this weekend he comes back.
Harden's doing better, and which surprised me. Now he's doing better, and then they're talking about him going back to the Rockets or something like that.
All right, well, I'm about to jump in. I'm going to take up both your points. Good segue, by the way, sir. Good production. Yeah, Harden's playing better, and the Sixers are 8-1 their last 9. Probably should be 9-0. They fumbled the fucking ball against Washington a couple nights ago. That's a game you should have won. If Embiid's dropping over 40 points, that's games you got to win. Now, listen, Washington's playing better too, so I understand, but it's a game you should have won. There's some bad defense. The offensive rebounding was non-existent almost. So, and you still only lost by like 4 points. There are games you got to win. You got to pull them out. They're going to be standings changers come the end of the year when the difference between a 3rd seed, 4th seed, or 5th seed, or whatever it is, it's going to come down to that game or two. And they're the games you can't throw away, the games that you should win. Right. So with that being said, secondly, moving on to Harden, DeeTer, I don't support this guy. I don't support this guy, and I hear him in here now. Listen, Jim, if you want to go back to Houston, please don't let the door hit you on the way out. Listen, bye. You know what I mean? We'll be all right without you. I promise you that.
Yeah.
Nobody's begging you to stay. Dude, go to the strip clubs down in Houston. They miss you there. We're here to win fucking championships. You want to start causing drama in the midst of an 8-game winning streak? That's diva shit.
Why would that even leave his
diva
mouth?
Shit. Because maybe his ego was hurt. Because somebody else is getting attention.
Better. Everybody on the team's starting to do better, starting to win games, and then you bring up this drama.
But DeeTer, that's James Harden for you. That's why he's never won a title. He's a team killer. He's a Russell Westbrook, man. Guess what? Neither of those guys have a title for a reason. Yeah, we know you can put up stats, guys, but teams are teams. That's where you not just on the court you're playing your best and sharing, but off the court you got to make a family. This guy's like a family destroyer, dude. He's like he goes to a team. He did it with the Nets. He did it in Houston. He did Oklahoma City. It's just, dude. Just go then. Nobody, trust me, Jim Harden. Nobody's begging you to stay, dude. Fucking peace out, dude.
He's one of the few guys that score for us. You know what I mean? He's getting 20 points a game.
We could get scoring without James Harden. And guess what? When he leaves, that frees up almost $40 million in cap room. You don't think they're going to sign a scorer? You know,
Right.
team's about family, man. And this guy, he's more worried about this drama shit, man. We don't need that. Knock wood.
Yeah.
And I'll say this about the Eagles, not to change topics. The one reason why I have a lot of confidence in this team is you could tell they're like a family, man. They you know, nobody's throwing anybody under the bus. Everybody's picking each other up. It almost reminds me of the 2017 team. You know, next man up, we got you. You know, we all we need. You see that it's a family. Nick Sirianni, that's why I love his philosophy. He preaches family. He's like, if you're a team, you're a family, right? So that's on the field and off the field, you know. And
Right.
Jimmy Harden, dude, you're a video game guy. You're a stats guy. You'll look good in a video game, but guess what? We want to win championships, Jim. That's all
Mm.
we want here in Philly. We paid our dues. Our time to win championships. And I know he's watching. I know he's watching. Didn't he just comment? Didn't Jim just comment? You know who that is? That was Jim
Oh
Harden.
my God.
That was Jimmy Harden.
Oh man. But we got a lot of young guys, man. Hopefully everybody starts pulling their weight and yeah, we get
Well,
through this
don't
season,
forget,
man.
you just said it. Maxey comes back this year. That's huge. You know
Yeah.
what kind of shot in the arm that is?
Yeah.
I mean, geez,
But
that
got
guy's a lightning bolt, dude.
Milton's still young. Yeah, he's still
He's been
finding his
playing
way.
solid ball though.
Yeah. What's that?
Milton's getting better. You can see it. I'd rather
Liang,
have
he's
Milton
been doing
running the
pretty good.
point than Harden.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty good players, man. But
Yeah, I think they have a good team here and a good nucleus. It sucks you got Harden. Now, listen, we won't win anything this year because Harden's on the team. Hopefully he opts out or we find a way to get out because that's the best bet for the Philadelphia 76ers. And, you know, when he leaves eventually is probably when we'll have a better shot at title, but not with him here.
yeah, I mean, yeah, there's only so much we could do with that. Yeah. Let's I guess move on
Thanks,
to
Sarah.
yeah, I guess time to move on to that Eagles loss with
Well,
the
and you know what's
Cowboys.
coming. You know
Yeah.
what's coming. Buried the lead.
Yeah.
That's,
Man,
listen. I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. I want to sit back and I want to hear your take. Give me 2 minutes on everything where you're at with it, and I'm going to give you my 2 minutes. I'm going to see where we're at, and I already know where half of Dallas is at with these fucking guys. Yeah, they win one game.
yeah, I mean, I wanted to see Minshew do good. And for a backup, he did, man. He played pretty good game. He kept us in the ball game. The two two turnovers, right? Interceptions, that's rough. And then the two handoffs, the fumbles with the running back, one was Miles and the other one was Boston Scott. So you had 4 turnovers overall. So I mean that's tough to win that game, man. And what was it, 40-35, something like 40-32? I mean, it was a close game. And then some of the times, man, I was watching him throw it off, and it was just way out there, man. It's I get it, you know what I mean? Like he also played too many games, and I'm glad he ditched the ball off instead of getting sacked. So there is that point, but I was really hoping for a little bit more out of him, which is, I'm being just greedy at that point.
Yeah,
you know
man.
what I'm saying? Yeah.
For goodness sake.
Yeah, I think he did a good job for a backup.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, me too. All right, so I'll jump in. Here's where I'm at, and I don't know who's watching the show. I don't know from where people, if anybody's watching it. But listen, if anybody's outside of Philly is watching this, it was every game's important in the NFL, but this game was way more important, I feel like, for Dallas than us, which is fine. Certain games hold a certain level of importance for each team. You know, every
Right.
game is important, but I think the Eagles kind of were looking at it like, well, you know, our starter, probably the MVP of the league at the time, went down, and now we're without him for the first time. And we're going into, Dallas, who's probably our main rival. You know, the Giants, I could make an argument for too. But so Dallas needed this game. I mean, we didn't so much need. You know what game we need this Sunday against New Orleans? You know why? 2 reasons. One, we own their first round draft pick, and 2, it locks up home field. But listen, So Dallas needed the game. So we went
I,
there.
I'd rather have it go down this way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it
You play
wasn't the
against the
worst loss in
Saints,
the world.
right? Give oh god, give him a little break. Heal up his shoulder. So when he goes against the Saints, good to go. We beat them. That gives us a better draft pick with them going down in the board. And what we got? One more game after that, right?
Yeah,
And then
against
the
New York.
playoffs.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was the right move to do. I
agree.
would have liked to have a win over Dallas because I can't stand Dallas.
Well, listen,
and
we're going to get our chance again in a month.
Right. I'd rather just take their heart completely. Just grip it and just keep them down. But hopefully they lose against the Titans tonight. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
It's 17-13 right now. So that's a possibility.
Yeah. I don't know. I look at it this way, and this is the beauty and the drama of sports, though. The stage is set. Listen, Dallas, we're going to see you again in a month, and I can't wait. And you won. Guess what? We're putting that in our back pocket. We'll remember. You guys celebrated like you just won. Okay, we'll see in a month. Listen, Dallas earned the win. I got to give them credit. You got the win, and
now
let's, as Eagles fans, focus on these next two games and then get ready to storm into the playoffs.
Now, with the fumbles, man, do you think that was just bad timing with Minshew, or you think?
Miles Sanders, it was well in his hands for a while, so that's totally on him without a doubt. And Boston Scott, maybe in the handoff there was a little miscommunication. Listen, these things are going to happen. It sucks, but I'll say this:
right in a breadbasket, man. I was like,
but here's the caveat to that. Here's the best part to that, though, is we rarely do that. So if you look at the numbers, I think we lead the league in plus minus, and that's huge. Listen, but you're going to have your games. That's good, and I'd rather get it all out of the way now because those things tend to come in bunches. Get it out of the way now than in week 3 of the playoffs or the Super Bowl or what have you. So and that's fine. Get all these are good. People don't realize these are good things. We're getting the kinks out. We're getting smoothed out to land, get a nice flat, easy landing strip to land in the playoffs and do our thing.
And the third down and fourth down conversions, man, they were just not happening for us, man.
But listen,
you can tell how different things are, man, and how grateful we are to have Hurts, dude.
Amen. Listen, and I said it too. I agree. The guy is at an MVP level this year, and I can't. Yeah. I can't compliment the guy enough, and how important he is to this team. The guy, he's probably. I know he missed the game and shit, but I feel like he's the best quarterback in the league this year. Now, maybe I'm a little biased because I'm a Philly fan, but man, he's playing superstar level football. Not just star, not just really good, like superstar level. So, it'll be really good when we get him back, and I think he's going to make a lot of noise in the playoffs. I do. I think this kid's coming out with something to prove. Mike Tyson style. Like, okay, you saw me now. Okay,
Well,
I'm going for power punches.
It was nice to see Goddard back, man. He had a couple good plays, dude. That kid's a beast.
I would have liked to see him do more, though. I mean, what did he end up with? 3 catches?
Yeah.
3 catches for 68 yards or whatever. I don't know. I don't have the stats in front of me, but listen, and I love Goddard, but this the offensive play calling. You need to involve him more. Call more plays for him. He opens up so much. When he's getting the ball, now it's like, oh, shit. Now we got to focus in on him. Now what's that doing? Now your receivers are becoming even more open because, like, fuck, now we got to cover Goddard, and it opens your backs up. So if you want to run screens or whatever you want to do, play misdirection.
He's a tower too, man.
You got to get him more involved. You got to call more plays for him. Oh, I wanted to ask you too. Did you see they just was it a day or two ago worked out Blake Jarwin? Do you remember him, the old Dallas tight end?
No.
Yeah, we worked him out too. Oh, he was really good tight end with Dallas. He got injury played the last year too. Type him up there on your computer. Bring up Blake Jarwin. I want to say this though. He's a really good player, and he would be a good backup tight end.
Okay.
But I don't like bringing former Dallas players here. It never ends well. or it never goes well.
Yeah, I don't follow Dallas too much, man. But yeah, I mean, I guess to have another good tight end would be not too shabby. Would he get injured or something? What do you leave the Cowboys for?
I think injuries over the last 2
Injuries?
years. Now, listen, if we brought him in, it would only be as a second or third tight end, but I don't
Only
even want to bring him in.
28 years old. That's not bad,
Yeah,
dude.
I
That's pretty
know.
young.
He was really good,
6'5".
and then he started dealing with
Yeah.
injuries.
Yeah, 6'5", 246, man. That's a pretty beefy dude.
Tight end. I don't know, man. I it's like, oh, that's a good move. And then I'm like, well, no, he's a former Dallas player. Think about all the past times Dallas players have come here after that. I swear they're still being paid by Jerry Jones to come in and fucking self-destruct us from the inside. You know? I don't like what's his name? Chris Bonial? Oh my gosh. What a horrible experience that was. DeMarco Murray? Do I gotta remind you, DeMarco Murray?
Yeah. That was awful.
I mean,
that was awful.
Who's the nitwit? Orlando Scandrick? That fucking tool shed.
But look at the way the other things go. You know, the Eagles players going to Cowboys, man. What's Peters, man, was kicking our ass that game on the line.
Yeah, he sucks, dude. He's well paid. He ain't doing shit. He wasn't doing nothing on the line. That motherfucker sucks. Are you kidding me? What show were you watching? He's terrible, dude. He should have retired. He should have retired like 4 years ago.
Plays I seen him doing something. I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe
he should have retired 4 years ago. Hey, listen, JP, we loved you here, kid. You're one of the best Eagles tackles ever, but you went out like a punk, dude. Went down to the cow turds and talked shit on the Eagles while you were there, dude. Come on, man. You had it made in the shade here.
Oh man, that's crazy. I can't. Like, what's he gonna do now? Was he gonna retire as a Cowboys? Was he gonna come back here after talking crap about us?
No, I wouldn't even bring him back. Listen,
that's insane.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. Sense. I know. I'm sure he's watching. JP, we're so mad at you. Be funny if he wasn't. He commented in on there.
Well, I think maybe Harding was watching us, man, and we were bad mouthing him. Now he's like playing
good old Jim. Good old Jim. We're gonna get you, Jim.
That's probably why he's gone to the Rockets. He's like, damn, there's 2 birds, 1 show.
He's like, I'm gonna get those motherfuckers.
I'll shoot them.
I'm moving back to Houston.
Oh,
well played, Jim Harden. Well played, sir.
Too much, man.
He outsmarted us all.
Oh man. Did you watch Nicky Foles play on the Colts, dude?
Some of it. He didn't look good.
No, man. No, not at all, dude.
I'll be honest with
you.
He
started off good, and then he just dropped it, man. He was just bad.
That whole Colts team, though, is a fucking trash fire. I feel bad for Nick Foles even being there because that team, it's just dysfunctional. You know, Jim Irsay, whatever. I don't listen. It's not a bad Saturday. It's a bad scene.
What did Coach Saturday do? Coach high school or something?
Yeah, I can't even blame him. I can't even blame. I gotta blame the idiot that hired him.
Well, I don't know, man. Like with Matt Ryan, yeah, he chokes a lot, but that game, dude, was so many points. I mean, you eventually got to put some of it on the defense, dude. You know.
Listen, the team, they just have a terrible team. I listen, and here I'll say this: God bless Nick Foles for you're forever an Eagle to me, but I don't even want to talk Nick Foles and Colts. I don't care. He's not an Eagle anymore, and I don't care about the Colts.
So many interceptions, man.
Who cares? Who cares though? It's who cares? It's not Eagles football. Fuck them. You know what I mean? Here you want to focus on somebody that's not an Eagle anymore, but we can still talk about. How about Carson Wentz is getting back in the starting lineup this weekend? I bet you he goes out there and gets a fucking win. Listen, how poetic justice would this be, DeeTer? Let me paint you a picture. Do my Picasso on you. How about Washington gets in the playoffs, right? How great would this be? Say Washington gets in. They somehow get in, win a game. And somehow we have to play Washington with Carson Wentz and beat them. and then play
Oh my
Dallas and
God,
beat
dude.
them, and then get to the Super Bowl and play the Chiefs and play Andy Reid and beat him. How
Oh my God,
poetic
dude.
justice is that, dude? That's a
That's
movie
like
waiting to be made.
epic, dude. I've never even heard of such a thing.
I mean,
It's insane.
will it happen? Probably not. Could it happen? I wish, but it probably
That'd be
won't. But it could.
crazy, dude. Hurts
Oh,
versus
dude.
Wentz, and then also gets Andy in the Super Bowl. Oh my God, man.
Dude, are you kidding me? That they would, if Philly would that would be it. Be like, okay, we retire. This is everything we ever needed in the sports genre here. We're retiring from sports. We're
Yeah,
going to move on from the sports world.
how
All right, so
crazier does that get?
I know we're on a new whatever it is system or whatever. DeeTer will tell you I'm not great with technology, but this is the part of the show where we walk to Rick's beer fridge. And I try not to trip over anything in my garage because it's so packed with lawn care equipment and bowling balls and sleds and
Yeah,
cedars and electric cars and everything else. So if I manage to make it without tripping and falling, it's a win.
well, in case our any followers followed us over us onto the new channel, Big Game Sports Buzz, Big Game Entertainment.
Please check us out.
Right. This is our first show on there. If you notice, I'm wearing my golf shirt. You know, got to make good impressions first time. You know,
DeeTer's a good golfer.
Trying to make it nice and clean for our first show, so we don't get kicked off of here. But yeah,
give me enough time. I'll get us kicked off. Why did you watch? I want to see what he's saying next.
Well, yes,
DeeTer,
Ricky has a bunch of good beers in his refrigerator every week. He's got. Oh my God, what is that?
That is Treehouse Mega Treat.
Another Treehouse beer. Yeah. If nobody knows, Treehouse is out of Massachusetts. They always their best style of beer is their New England IPAs, which me and Ricky like a lot.
That is our wheelhouse, sir.
Their stouts are phenomenal too. If you ever get a
Yes.
chance to get up there, beautiful stouts. But nice time to get up there is like the fall. Go up to Boston, see all the foliage on the way up there, you know. And
While you're up there, check out Trillium, which isn't too far, which is right on par with Treehouse, which is hard to say. And on your way up or the way back, stop in Rhode Island and check out Long Live Beer Works. And I think also Tilted Barn is there.
Nightworks. Their beer is not so great, but their stouts are really good, and the food is phenomenal. Their Detroit style pizza, it's incredible, and it's right on the water. You're right on the water there, and it's beautiful, man.
Weren't they about to open a night shift? Those same guys down here in Pennsylvania near Philly.
They had a problem, I think, with the CO2 something.
Isn't he a Philly guy?
I'm not sure, but I know a lot of breweries had a problem during COVID. There wasn't like enough CO2 being made or something like that.
Where's that at now? Are they going to be still coming to Philly?
I don't think so. I think that kind of got shot out of the water. The carbonation, whatever's used to use the
CO2?
carbonation. Right. Right. So some reason, a lot of breweries, they don't use their own fermentation to carbonate the beer, so they substitute it with CO2. And at the time with COVID or whatever, it wasn't being made as much, so a lot of breweries kind of lost out with that and hurt them a good amount. But I'm not sure. I knew they were supposed to come to Philly. I think they are Philly guys or something. But if you ever get a chance to go up there, it's an awesome brewery. Good food,
definitely
good beer.
Another, and this is what I love. This is what I love about the show. Another beer lesson from DeeTer. The kid knows his beer. It's good to learn beer. And I know we love talking sports, but we also love talking beer just as much.
Yeah. And
did you get a second beer?
Not yet. I'm working on the Odin, man. That's a good beer, dude. I really like that.
I mean, at that 6%, I'm surprised you didn't kill that thing yet.
I'm just enjoying it, man.
Word up.
I mean, it's so cool. I love this can too, man. Yeah, if I get
that's a saver, dude. That's a keeper.
Yeah. That is so cool.
That's dope. There was something I wanted to talk about and say, and I forgot. So I'm sure it'll come to me. So,
well, how do you feel against the Saints?
What is it?
I was going to say, how do you feel against the Saints? feel like
I
there's
think
going
it's
to
a
be any
game.
issue?
I think it's a game we should win. I think it's a game we will win. I just think, w- we're a better team overall, and I think we're a hungrier team. And I think whether it's Minshew or Hurts, but I think Hurts is going to play.
I
You
think
heard it
Hurts is
here
going to play
first.
too. Yeah, I mean, it'd
I
be
think either way,
crazy
the
not to
Eagles win
play
this
him.
game. I think they have a little bit to prove after last week. A lot of people, that were waiting on the one loss team to say, "Oh, see, I told you. See, I told you with the Eagles." Yeah, I know everybody was waiting, but I think the Eagles are going to come back and be like, "Okay, listen, we're still here, and don't start pushing us out of the stance."
Now, Saints, are they in the hunt for the playoffs still? Or
Yeah,
are they
because the NFC South fucking sucks.
okay? So it's going to be a tough game. Yeah, there's not
Well,
going to be no
every game's a
pushover.
tough game. Every game's a tough game. There's no easy games in the NFL anymore. I mean, and when you come by them, it's luck. It's parity in this league. It's a tough league. It's a tough league to win. The Saints are no pushover. What are they 6-9? Just they're
Yeah,
still an
6-9.
NFL team, and they're good. And the Saints always play us tough. And this game will be no different.
Oh
And the
wow.
Eagles better bring the A game if they want to win this.
Okay, so they're tied with the Panthers at 6-9, and then the Buccaneers are 7-8, just one above.
Right.
So that's
So
close.
yeah. So I say, you know what? I'll be honest with you, and I feel like I say it every week. Go out and dominate the line of scrimmage, control the time of possession, run the
Right.
football, run the football,
Run the
run the
ball.
football some more.
Right.
And listen, do the little things, whether it be kick field goals when you have to. Listen, get your points, run the football, and hold the lead. Go back to old school smash mouth, schoolyard football. We're doing the game of war. It's a game of chess. Run the football, get a lead, and just keep running the football. Don't get cute, and we don't need to go deep all day. Just go get the win. Sometimes keeping it simple is the best plan.
Yep. Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid.
That's what they say. And this is no different. And I listen, I feel like it sucks that Lane Johnson is out, but the one thing you do to kind of
Is he out?
cover,
I
out for the rest of the year.
I thought he wasn't going to get the surgery because
Right. No, he's not.
going to play in the
He's not.
playoffs.
He's torn abdomen. He's not playing either of the regular season games. He's going to try and play in the playoffs, but he's not playing. So you're bringing Jack Driscoll in most likely to play right tackle. I don't think they're going to slide Mailata over to right tackle and bring Andre Dillard in like some people were saying. And I get it. I see that logic. And I'd be okay with that. I really would. But I think they're going to keep Jack Driscoll in at right tackle. But to compensate for that, run the football and run it to that side. Give him some confidence. Let him see, hey, let me run block where he's lunging out and running over guys as opposed to jumping back, and fighting off guys. And I think that is a huge boost for his confidence. So run the ball all day. Don't put him back in pass blocking situations too often, and just take a lead and run the clock out. Simple football. Yeah. Bill Belichick won a lot of games in this league by not outsmarting himself. He played simple, smart football. And there's something to be said is in this day and age of everybody keeping it simplistic is a rare thing anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree with you. Run the ball, control the clock.
Run the ball and play great defense. We have a great defense. Let that defense go out there and eat. You know what I mean? Don't keep them out in the field. Don't keep them out on the field all day because this team's passing. Run the football means you control the time of possession, and your defense is fresh.
Hurts going to air it out, and why not? You have AJ Brown, you have Devontae Smith. You have all those tools to use, man.
Yeah.
So air it out in the beginning, man. Get a couple points on the board and just run the ball and beat the team up, man.
They have 3 legit running backs on this team. I mean, seriously, 3 legit behind the best offensive line in football.
Well, I would say that, but they fumbled 2 of them fumbled last game, and that was pretty costly.
But no, hold on. With that, how many fumbles they have this year? Was that Miles Sanders' second fumble in 15 games? I'll take that 10 times out of 10. Boston Scott, it was his first fumble. Yeah. Listen, it's going to happen. You think Barry Sanders never fumbled? He does. Listen, Miles Sanders has 2 fumbles on the year. I mean, I'm not.
I know.
No,
I'm just a little scared at the end of the season, man. I just get us through the finish line. You know what I mean?
Peter, don't be
Get us
scared.
that number 1 seed. Get us
They
the number
will.
1 seed.
They will.
Get us the better draft pick against the Saints. Put them down. You know what I mean? These are few key things that we need to finish on a high note of the season.
And you know
just
what?
don't lay down.
And they will finish on a high note. Listen, the one thing I've noticed of this team, they're very resilient. They don't stay down on themselves long. Every look, I know it's only been 2, but they have a loss. They come back. So they lost that game against Washington. Then they won 5 in a row. This team is resilient. They respond to adversity. Some teams fold the cards. This team doesn't. This is a strong team, man. This team's going to come out and probably win by at least 14 on Sunday, and then probably beat the Giants with their second and third stringers next week. Well, dude, this team is resilient.
One of the newer players that we picked up with Snoo, he's even saying like this is a Super Bowl team. You know what I mean? Like, isn't that crazy? Like a team that a guy that just what's it? Donovan Snoo.
Dominican Sue.
Dominican Sue. Right.
Jesus Christ, DeeTer. Oh my God. The fuck are you mumbling over there, sir? Get your fucking act together, kid. No, yeah. Dominican Sue and Linval Joseph have been such huge additions to this defensive line. Huge. And pun intended. They're fucking 2 mountains.
Oh man. That's funny. So yeah, I picked up a new beer.
Nice, what you got?
Double Ghost Vision by Modest Brewing in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Nice. That just sounds like it's going to taste good.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that sounds like a fucking
IPA.
Other half beer.
Yeah, nice little can, kind of with that hologram going on there.
Nice.
Modest Brewing, man. It's pretty good. This is a set for my buddy Scott out in Minnesota.
Shout out to Scott. That's the bull out there.
Look at the head on this monster.
Yikes.
That's a slack-tied glass.
I was going to say, I think it's a slack-tied glass.
Yeah, with the hooks. Yep, representing Jersey. There you go.
Word up, mofo. So, for all these fucking people watching this podcast, they're going to be like, hey, these are, listen, one thing I'm going to tell you about this show is it's uncensored. Do you want the real East Coast, Philly, Jersey, the way it is? Watch this. Don't give me that Sports Center where they're like, oh, Philly booed Santa. No, they don't know. They don't get it. You're getting the real shit here. How I am. Yep. And how this fucking guy over here is, that's how we are over here. This is the uncensored Philly.
Flyers through batteries.
Yeah, they're like, hey, listen.
Oh, man
the F up, guys.
There's plenty of teams out there that are worse than us in Philly. Listen,
listen, Philly gets a bad rap because it's lazy journalism. They're like, something is shitty or goes wrong. Oh, Philly, they booed Santa Claus. They threw some snowballs. It's lazy journalism, and it shows it shows sub-level fucking homework. I don't know. I don't ever respect it when they do it. But they will because it's easy, and most people choose easy over right. And I will say I have little to no respect for that. Watch our show, and you'll get the real Philly, and you'll see.
I will say yes, we are out of the ordinary sports show, but we do talk sports, and once in a while we like to talk craft beer because we're big craft beer fanatics, and hopefully everywhere around the world, starts to get into craft beer too, because, why pay for bad beer? If you're going to drink, you might as well drink something good. You're going to buy, crappy steak or you're going to get filet mignon. It's just that simple.
DeeTer, some people say to me, they're like, beer prices are how could you pay $8 for a beer? Well, like you just said, when I want a really good fucking steak, I'm going to pay fucking, extra for the price, or I'll just buy ground beef. Listen, if I want Coors Light and I want to tailgate all day and I want to get a 30-pack, then I'll do that and I'll drink 15 beers. But when I want good beer, it's like, who was in Pulp Fiction, the director, when it was like, he's like, Tarantino. He's like, and he takes a sip of the coffee and he's like, that is a tasty beer. And
Yeah,
he's like, yeah, man, I buy the good shit because I like the
yeah,
good shit. It's the same way with beer. I'll
right.
pay the $8 a can because it tastes good.
Yeah, I just I spent like $10 on a bar of soap, Doctor Squatch. Man, that stuff is so damn good. So
What?
hey, if I Doctor Squatch soap, oh man, it's awesome. But that's like $10 for a bar of soap. So yeah,
It is
eight
ten
dollars for a
dollars.
beer. Yeah, it's
What?
crazy.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so yeah, I mean, price of stuff today, inflation,
True that. I just paid
everything's nuts, dude.
$16 for less than a dozen wings recently. Like
Yeah, there
what?
you go.
10
Right.
wings for $16? Oh, what a deal.
Right. You don't even get a dozen anymore. You get
You know what I
10.
mean?
10 or 8, and it's like $12, dude. It's like,
Oh my
well,
gosh.
what happened here, man?
Oh, yikes.
Yeah. But
Criminy.
we're just trying to get to that point that craft beer is worth it. Trust me. You can
Yes,
drink Bush
yes,
Light,
yes, and yes.
Old Milwaukee's best all you want, but support your local brewers. Get out there, go talk to them, find out how their beer is made. Maybe you'll learn a little something.
I got to agree with DeeTer on that one. Um, whether where we are here over near Philly or wherever you are in the country, support your local breweries. Um, I know I like my get from Massachusetts, but I like to support my local breweries as much as possible. It's good for the community's environment, and all that shit comes back around. So support your local breweries and keep them in business, and you know all that good energy will come back to you. So
Yeah.
that's a great point. Speaking of
I'm
local
just
breweries, what's your favorite local brewery? Like our local?
around here,
Yeah.
Gloucester County area, Canton
No, just
County area,
yeah, all
or
South Jersey, really.
all South Jersey. God, man, that's a little bit more tougher. All South Jersey. I would have to go with Ludlow. I
Like
absolutely love Water
shout
Guns
out
and
to Ludlow.
Rainbows. I absolutely love wrestling moves. Like
Nice.
I do like Troon, I do, but I think Ludlow
It's not really
IPAs
South
for
Jersey though. Troon's not South Jersey.
not Troon.
That's more.
Tonewood. My
Oh well,
bad. Yeah.
that was going to be
You're
my shout out to Tonewood, my favorite South Jersey brewery. They fucking kill it, man, in all styles. But I can't
yeah.
argue with Ludlum. They put out great stuff. I just ordered a keg of Water Guns and Rainbows in my joint, sitting in the
Yeah,
keg room
me
right now,
too.
waiting to be tapped.
It
And
won't last long.
I have their mashing pumpkins on my taps right now.
They're stouts too. The worldwide something polar stout, or they got a couple good stouts too, man. The vanilla stout they have is pretty good. Love them.
Yeah,
I like their beers, man.
yeah.
But if I would say
Don't they?
all of Jersey, Troon, man, I love Troon, dude. I
Yeah,
uh,
all of Jersey, but they're so hard to get.
I know. Someday, they've been doing
Well,
more and more
go to
collaborations.
Hopewell to Brick Farm Tavern, and you can
Yeah,
drink Troon every time. It's the only place you'll get it regularly. So if you're looking for Troon, shout out to Brick Farm Tavern. Here's a plug: Brick Farm Tavern, Hopewell, New Jersey. Go get Troon.
yeah, it's pretty good stuff.
You guys make money. We make money. Just kidding, but seriously, please. I got bills.
They sell it all the time, man. Their stuff's insane.
I gotta say, I haven't had enough of Troon to say, but my favorite overall Jersey breweries. I got to put Tonewood. I got to put Kane in there.
Okay, it's awesome. Yeah,
Kane puts out so much amazing stuff. After that, I don't know. They all kind of are. I like Ludlum a lot. There's a few. I like some Bone Saw Axe and Arrow.
to me, I don't really like a lot of the gimmicky stuff. I don't like the cereal using beer and all that. So I'm not big
I
on
hear you.
Bolero so much. And
Yeah.
Magnify does that too. A lot of gimmicky stuff. It's good. I mean, their
But
stouts are pretty good, but I'm not really big on the big sugary
I feel
beers.
you.
You know what I mean?
And let me just follow that up with, and I agree with you. I'm not big on those things either, but it's good that Bolero and people are doing that, because any way you're brewing or whatever you're doing brewing wise is good. You know what I mean? So I've heard
Right.
certain brewers say, I hate Untapped because people, can put a individual opinion, but it's all brewing's good, and it's good to try. It's like music. Some people aren't going to like it though, and that's just the way it is too. And some people are. So like, I'm sure when certain music came out, like I know following up, I'm just ranting, but like after the '70s when you had some really really great rock and roll and a certain level, and then you hit a certain like '80s level where it was kind of alternative. So and people probably didn't like that either. So, but the point I'm getting at is all things in beer and brewing are good. Change it up, be weird, be crazy. Sometimes it's going to suck and be terrible, but it's good to make and try new beers.
Yeah, I mean, that's why Baskin Robbins has 36 flavors.
Word up, kid. Boom. The kid.
Everybody likes their stuff, dude. Yep. The one place I do like that does like the cereal beers, Definite Fox. Definite Fox.
I haven't had a lot of stuff.
Awesome, dude.
Is it?
They're like different like cereal beers are phenomenal, man.
They have good coffee over there. I'll tell you that much.
Oh yeah,
their coffee's fucking fantastic. Hey, shout out Definite Fox if you're watching anywhere in the country. They serve really good coffee and really good beer. Check them out. Clarksboro, New Jersey, I think. I don't know if I'm wrong. So I'm sure somebody will correct me. Or not.
Well, let's see.
So what you drinking on now, kid?
The Modest Brewing.
Okay.
Double Ghost Vision. So did you have a good Christmas, man?
Yeah.
Everything go okay?
Yeah. So what's your ABV like on that?
Oh, I'm sure this is pretty patent. It's a double. Yeah. 8.6.
Nice. I think this Mega Treat from Treehouse.
Yeah, how's that, man? You didn't say anything about that.
It's fantastic. It's 8.7 and it's fucking phenomenal.
Oh my god.
It's hot candy. It's fantastic, dude.
For a Treehouse to go over 8, man, that's very rare too, man.
No,
usually...
no.
I haven't.
No. Most of the Treehouse beers I have are 8. You got very hazy. This very green I just had is fucking.
Oh, you get the good ones though, man. You get the ones where you go there, you can only get like 1 or 2 of them. I don't know how you get those, man. Because usually, like, you can get a case of green or a case of hazy, but the very green or the very hazy, you could only get like 2 cans or something like that. The limits are very strange.
What is?
For very green and very hazy.
Yeah.
They only allow you to get like maybe 2 or 4 beers.
If you get a mixed case, yeah. I mean, all mixed cases are set up, with certain parameters of each. Like right now, I think I have like 3 Emperor Julius's left because I think in the last case I got, it had like 5 in there. So
rough life, dude. Rough life.
What do you mean rough life? I paid my dues. I paid my craft beer dues, and everybody says different. I mean, look at the numbers.
Oh man,
you know what I mean? Listen. I like Tarantino said, I buy the good shit because I like the good shit. That's what I like to drink. It costs me a lot of money, but that's my hobby.
Yeah, I hear you.
Fuck it. I could save a little, but I've drank enough crap beer in my life to be like, I like this. Like pizza. I like good pizza. I can get average pizza anywhere, but the ones that have the really good pizza, they're the ones I'm going to seek out.
Well, I gotta say, for our first show, it's been a bit rough coming off a loss from the Cowboys, so we had to eat that crow sandwich. That was a bit rough. But we're going into the Saints, and hopefully we do well get to Saints.
Yeah, and I think we will. I understand, DeeTer. I understand your psyche as a Philadelphia fan, where we're so used to the bottom falling out, or we're like we're happy. Boom, what happened? And I'm with you, bro. I lived it with you the last 35 years we've been sports fans. It's hard being a Philadelphia sport. Hey, listen, if there is anybody watching, it's hard being a Philadelphia sports fan. Trust me,
And
we're like this for a reason. We're passionate and hardcore on the edge for a reason.
And the playoffs are no joke, man. Once they're in the playoffs, everybody's hungry.
Even just look at our Phillies, who just went to the World Series and lost the Astros.
Right.
As much fun and greatness and amazingness that was, and I mean amazing, the Bryce Harper home runs and the Schwarber. Guess what? It sucks because we finished fucking second, and that sucks. And second's never fun. People, the '93 Phillies. No, fuck them. They lost. They're the second place is the first loser. That sucks. And I'm tired of the loser mentality. We need to change that as a city and make a winning culture here, like Boston did. They were the lovable cities of losers too for a long time. And they said, we're tired of that. Let's turn it around. And then they won 11 titles in 20 years or something like that, or 8 or 9.
That's one point we didn't touch on. Gene Segura. Didn't Phillies get rid of him? Marlins, wow.
Yeah, but
we picked up somebody for him, right?
Well, we signed Trey Turner, then won the top 1 or 2 shortstops in all of baseball.
Right.
Definitely. Listen, I love you, Mean Gene. I'm a big Mean Gene fan, but Trey Turner is a huge upgrade.
Right.
Huge upgrade.
And, dude, you have to look at the playoffs. What happened in the playoffs? You know what I mean? Like,
well, listen, you can't ever have enough pitching is the bottom line.
Right. But some people played great all season or great at the end of the season and didn't show up for the playoffs. Let's be honest.
Some do. And the Phillies did. They just came up a little short. And here's the lesson we'll learn here, DeeTer. I love what they've done in the offseason. I don't think they're done. But pitching is paramount in baseball. And it's not just now. That's for the last 140 years. Listen, some things are tried and true and tested, and that's it. You can never have enough pitching. That'll always. And you know why the Astros won that World Series all in all? Because they had better pitching.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's tough, dude. Yeah, I mean, but it also would
is
help.
What it is. But guess what? That was last year.
Right. Also, it helps if our bats connect too. You have to hit the ball. Some games,
I mean,
what I mean? It was.
I agree.
It was devastating. Have that much talent and nobody connected.
But what you're saying though, the bats and stuff. But that's the same counterpoint as what I'm saying is their pitching was so good that our bats couldn't. We needed our pitching to be that good to where other teams like, wow, we had a really good lineup and we couldn't do anything. Yeah. So, but I know. Listen, here's what I'm saying. Anybody who's watching, Eagles weren't just a mirage. They're coming. They ain't done. They ain't done.
No way. Yeah, there's no way we're done, dude. I mean, last game, come on. It was our backup quarterback. Yeah,
hold on. It was our backup quarterback on the third straight road game.
Right. What he did was awesome, too. They go that close, toe-to-toe with the Cowboys, who are...
the refs give them all the calls because that scumbag, evil weasel Jerry Jones is up there in the press box. That Mr. Burns of fucking football. Yeah, I get it, and I know how it is. And that's fine. You guys got that win. Enjoy that one. That was your Super Bowl, Dallas. Ours is going to be in February, so.
Well, we'll see Cowboys again, I'm sure. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. Yeah, I'm sure we will.
Well, that was a pretty good first show. How about that? Yeah?
Word up, kid. Word up, kid.
Cheers, brother.
Way better than Sports Center if you're watching. Cheers. Later.
Later.